The name Corgi comes from the combination of two Welsh words, cor for dwarf and gi for dog. According to Welsh lore, these dogs were thought to be originally owned by fairies and elves. As comparative giants, the Corgis help to pull the tiny carts and carriages of these magical creatures. The patch of darker fur on the back is still sometimes called a fairy's saddle. The Pembroke Welsh Corgi is a famous and iconic purebred herding dog that originated from Pembrokeshire, Wales, perhaps dating as far back as 1000 AD. It first descended from a northern type of dog known as the Spitz, which has long, thick fur, pointed ears and muzzles, and a curled tail. At some point in the distant past, people began to select these dogs for the dwarf trait and bred them, giving them their small size. The Pembroke Welsh Corgi is characterized by a long body, short legs, a docked or bobbed tail, a triangle-shaped head, and big ears, rounded at the tips. This is complemented with a thick double coat of fur. Fawn, red, sable, and black and tan are all accepted colors. But don't let its small size fool you. This dog was originally bred to herd livestock out in the field. The small size enables it to nip at the animal's heels to drive it around. Before deciding to bring home a new dog, it is important to be aware that the breed is at risk of developing several conditions, some of which are the result of its dwarfism trait. Hip dysplasia, caused by a loosening of the hip joint, is particularly common in this breed. Beginning as early as 4 months old, this condition can cause pain, stiffness, and loss of motion. Corgis can also suffer from a nerve issue called degenerative myelopathy, which results in muscle atrophy, decreased muscle mass, and partial or full paralysis. Other common health problems include progressive retinal atrophy, cataracts, cancer, epilepsy, disc problems, and a bleeding, clotting disorder called von Willebrand's disease. After the dog's birth, good breeders will routinely check the puppy for common health issues. You should ask the breeder to provide proof of a thorough medical evaluation, particularly for hip and eye problems. The Pembroke Welsh Corgi is an interesting study in contradictions. It is simultaneously fun-loving but hard-working, sensitive but strong, affectionate, and people-oriented. It is also fearless and independent. They have a bit of a big dog personality, which makes them well suited for herding and watchdog duty. If you're just looking for a simple companion, then the Pembroke Welsh Corgi is a great choice. They are charming, playful, and love to run frantically around the home, getting involved in its owner's activities. However, be aware that this breed will exhibit signs of separation anxiety if left alone for too long. This will lead to destructive behavior and excessive barking. The Pembroke Welsh Corgi is a good choice for owners with almost any kind of experience level. While they do require quite a bit of time and patience to care for, their high intelligence and affectionate temperament make them a real joy to interact with and train. If you have any other questions or concerns about this breed's care, then you should talk with your vet or other dog experts. The Pembroke Welsh Corgi will probably need around 1 to 1.5 cups of high-quality, high-protein dog food per day. The exact amount will depend on the age, size, and activity level of your dog. Obesity problems can sometimes plague this breed, so you should keep a close watch on the amount of dog food and treats it consumes throughout the day. The Pembroke Welsh Corgi has a rather thick double coat of fur, consisting of a coarse outer coat and a softer undercoat, that sheds quite often, especially during the spring and summer months. It will need daily grooming sessions with a simple slicker brush, sometimes complemented with a rake for the undercoat. When the shedding season approaches, frequent baths should be given to loosen the hair, but brushing should only occur when the dog is dry. Blow drying can help the coat dry faster. Other important aspects of its maintenance include frequent nail trims, to prevent them from clicking on the floor, ear cleaning with a cotton swab, and toothbrushing with a suitable kind of vet-approved paste. The Pembroke Welsh Corgi is a smart, capable dog, quick to learn human commands and eager to please its owner. However, don't expect this breed to follow your every whim. Because of its independent and active mind, the Corgi needs some room to think and act on its own. Positive reinforcement methods and treats should work well with this breed. Despite its small and diminutive size, the Pembroke Welsh Corgi is a strong and athletic dog with excellent stamina. After all, it was originally bred to herd livestock. It will probably need more than an hour of exercise per day. Walks or jogs, fetching, and general playtime all work well to satisfy its exercise requirements. But if you go too fast, it might not be able to keep up with you on account of its short legs. This breed also excels at all kinds of herding and agility challenges. Pembroke Welsh Corgi puppies will need a lot of early training and care to become well-adjusted adults. Puppies should ideally start socialization around the first 8 to 16 weeks of their lives. You should introduce them to plenty of other people, dogs, and unique situations. If you plan on blow-drying the dog's fur, then it will need to become accustomed to the sound of the dryer at an early age. Otherwise, it might be frightened of the loud noise. By around the 6-month mark, the dog will need to learn basic commands and begin house training as well. Crate training can help prevent accidents since dogs do not like to soil their sleeping quarters. If you plan to spay or neuter your dog, which has enormous health and behavioral benefits, then you should ideally schedule it before the dog's first birthday. The Pembroke Welsh Corgi is an excellent companion and friend for children of almost all ages. The only caveat is that its barking might disturb younger children in particular. It also has the tendency to nips at heels.